Archangel Michael says, something is unfolding right now that you were never supposed to ignore. You were meant to see this before a chain of events pushes your destiny in a direction that can't be reversed. For weeks, there's been a delay in your life, but tonight, time begins speeding up faster than you can comprehend. A soul has been waiting. Their silence has never meant they stopped watching you. What they hold in their hand is something meant only for you, but they have started to doubt whether you still want it. Every hour that passes, the distance between you and what you prayed for keeps stretching. It was never supposed to be this way, but something distracted you. That you've forgotten about, someone else is planning to take it now. Archangel Michael says, your silence is being interpreted as rejection. They've been waiting for your response for days, and the moment they walk away, they'll never return. A serious shift is about to take place at your back door. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The angels are alert now. You are not just missing signs, you are ignoring direct calls sent from heaven. You are letting too many human emotions speak louder than divine direction. There's someone pacing their floor, thinking of what you once told them. They are wondering if you ever meant it, or if it was just momentary hope. They've written the letter, sealed it, and placed it near the candle. But they haven't sent it yet. They are holding back, hoping for one final signal from you. This is the last time they will wait this long. You may not feel it, but tonight carries energy unlike anything you've known this year. This is when messages are handed over to the universe and sealed in destiny. If you don't claim what's yours, someone else will be assigned to it. Type Amen to get blessing 512. Someone whispered your name last night. They did it with hope, but it was filled with confusion too. You promised something long ago, and they've kept it locked in their heart. That promise was the reason. The revelation. The relationship. The return. Whatever that means to you, it's no longer sitting still, the spiritual timeline is moving now. They almost sent it last night. That gift you were supposed to receive. The box was ready, the words were written, but hesitation arrived. You have 48 hours before this is handed to another. Time was extended for your sake, but divine laws don't delay forever. When fate knocks and the door isn't opened, it finds another. Type Amen to get blessing 944. There is someone who is watching what you're doing now. They are not angry, but they are starting to believe you've made your choice. If you don't respond, they will vanish. What you thought would wait forever is now being chased by another soul. They're getting closer to claiming your rightful space. You were chosen, but you can lose it if you act too late. This is not the time to let confusion lead. All signs were given. All confirmations were placed clearly. The angels even sent a dream, but you treated it as ordinary. A stranger was sent into your life recently. They are part of the plan to push you back on the path, but if you continue ignoring them, they will be removed permanently. Type Amen to get blessing 177. You are being watched by the spirit realm more intensely than usual. Archangel Michael says, this isn't a punishment, it's an urgent intervention. The kind that only happens once before the door locks shut. You once felt an urge to reply, to speak, to explain. But then fear wrapped around you. The fear of change. The fear of loss. You chose stillness, but stillness is not always safety. Tonight, that person is typing and deleting messages meant for you. They want to reach out, but heaven has told them to wait for your action. They've reached the limit of divine patience. Someone in a white shirt and a deep heart has been carrying your name like a secret. They told the sky that they will let go if nothing changes this week. The angels heard it. Type Amen to get blessing 682. Your name has been brought up in a meeting of fate. Destiny angels are placing things in motion. Contracts, promises, hidden letters, and whispered intentions, all in line to either be fulfilled or reassigned. You've taken too long. Not because you are lazy, but because the pain in your past made you slow. You didn't think this opportunity would really last forever, but it has, until now. The handwriting on the envelope says to the one who still doesn't know they're chosen. That's for you, but if you don't open it spiritually, it will be burned in fire. This could be the road, the ring, the reunion, the revelation, the reward, the response, or the redemption. You've been dreaming of it, praying for it, but letting it slip like smoke. Type Amen to get blessing 898. Someone has been crying in silence because they believe you forgot. But their tears are not just pain, they are a sign. A sign that you are still in their prayers. There's a force holding everything back. Just one more day. One more push. One more tap from the heavens, but after that, it crumbles. Because blessings don't sit where they are not respected. A divine letter is vibrating in the realm of time. If it doesn't touch you tonight, it will be redirected. You have the final choice. This is not about material gain. It's about purpose. It's about a spiritual moment that you were born to answer. And time has stopped waiting. Type Amen to get blessing 479. The letter has already been spiritually written. The name on it is yours. But now your silence is putting your identity in danger. There's a force wanting you to ignore this. That force is afraid of what will happen when you finally reclaim the R. It knows your rise will shake foundations. You were given signs in the clock. At 11:11. At 2:22. In repeated patterns, but you said it's just coincidence. It never was. There is no coincidence in the spiritual. There is only alignment. And you are being called into it, urgently, firmly, like thunder echoing inside your name. Type Amen to get blessing 300. You are still on time, barely. This is the last divine mercy being extended. The last cycle before the blessing is sent to someone else. Someone is waiting on a rooftop in prayer. Someone is holding the last hope that you will return and respond. They never stopped believing in you. But they've been hurt by your silence. Your delay feels like denial to them. And heaven is watching to see how much longer they must wait. They were sent to help you rise. They were your shield, your hand, your whisper in the dark. But if you don't open your mouth now, they will vanish like mist in morning. Type Amen to get blessing 1101. There are things being taken from your name spiritually because you're too still. Movement was required days ago. The angels gave warning, but you stayed in fear. The path is still glowing faintly, but it's fading fast. If you don't move soon, the next person in line will be called. The divine doesn't waste what's meant to flow. You may feel exhausted, but that's because the delay has become a weight. Your soul wants to move. Your spirit is knocking on the door of your heart. This isn't about punishment. This is about purpose and response. You were given an R for a reason, and now it's trying to return to you. Type Amen to get blessing 731. Someone is about to reveal what they hid for years. It's all about you. They waited for your permission to share it, but now they feel they may never get it. That R is connected to a role you were meant to play. A spiritual crown, not visible to the world, but marked in heaven. It's slipping. Archangel Michael says, not everyone will get a second chance. But this is yours. This message is the line between the lost and the found. You will either rise with this message or fade into the old timelines that never truly served you. The choice is still yours, but only for tonight. Type Amen to get blessing 4000. This is the moment when heaven holds its breath, waiting to see your next move. Everything you've forgotten is about to be remembered. Every delay you caused is about to bring either revelation or regret. The angels are still whispering your name, hoping you will tune back into the voice you used to follow. You stopped trusting that small voice deep within you. But it's still there, and it's crying for your attention tonight. The letter is shaking in spirit. Your name is glowing in golden ink, but only for a short time now. If you walk away from this, you will feel it in your soul. There's a fire prepared for your blessing to fall into, if you let it expire. That R is no longer patient, it is becoming someone else's prayer now. Type Amen to get blessing 1122. What was yours is being reviewed. Spiritually, the guardians are discussing whether you still qualify. Whether you've forgotten your position as the chosen one. This was never about earning love, it was about responding to divine alignment. You've been assigned a place that others have tried to steal. They saw your silence and thought it meant surrender. But heaven knows your heart. And tonight, the heavens are giving you one final extension. You're walking with borrowed time now. Every delay is building a wall between you and the one who waited. And when the wall is complete, they will no longer look over it. Type Amen to get blessing 293. You are going to feel it. The moment the R transfers to someone else, something will feel like it's missing. A piece of your soul will echo empty. You'll wonder what you lost, and why life suddenly feels dry. It's because you didn't act when you had the vision, the message, and the name. They were shown your face in a dream, you were the answer to their prayer. But your delay is turning their faith into doubt. They've packed a small bag of emotional memory. And if they walk away, they won't be back. That bag carries both the love and the goodbye. Type Amen to get blessing 842. You've been chosen, but now your crown is on the table, not your head. It's surrounded by angels who want to see if you'll pick it up before it's removed. The realm has waited enough. Time was bent for your sake, but even time has its rules. You must act. Everything you were meant to receive is being held in the spiritual realm, just beyond your reach. But not for long. A hand will reach for it soon. That hand might not be yours, the R could be removed. Reassigned. Rediscovered. But not by you if you don't show up now. Type Amen to get blessing 659. You can already feel something is shifting. You've sensed it in the atmosphere. You just didn't know what it was. Now you know, it's the person who waited for your return. Who waited for your response, who waited for the light in your voice. They are reaching their final moments of patience. After that, they will walk forward without you. They didn't want to, but heaven cannot pause their path any longer. You were never forgotten, but if you forget to move now, your spirit will echo with the sound of a missed miracle. Type Amen to get blessing 204. The sky is darker tonight for a reason. The divine message was hidden in silence because only the serious would see it. You saw it, and now it's calling for you, that person who stood under the stars with your name in their chest. They're losing hope. You need to speak. Move. Return. Archangel Michael says, this isn't a message you can ignore and return to later, it lives on urgency. It breathes in timing. If you break the divine timing, the opportunity doesn't die, it changes hands. The spiritual contract gets signed by another. Type Amen to get blessing 391. What once belonged to you may not tomorrow. What once had your signature may be rewritten in someone else's handwriting. This isn't cruelty, it's spiritual law. What is not received is released. What is delayed too long becomes redirected. You are still in the light, but barely. The shadow is creeping in, and the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to climb back. That person you were connected to through spirit, they've been holding on. But now their fingers are slipping. Type Amen to get blessing 911. The R could have been the reconciliation you secretly wanted. Or the release you begged for. Or the reunion that you prayed for in silence. Whatever it was, it's not waiting anymore. It's on the move, you only have this moment left. A thin, golden crack in time where miracles can still land. But it's closing, like a door to a burning house. This is your chance to step in before the final ashes fall. Don't let what was meant for you be buried under delay. Type Amen to get blessing 277. This message didn't find you by chance. You were meant to see this right now. Because the clock has only a few ticks left. If you knew what was in the envelope, you'd run. If you could see the spiritual photograph sealed inside, you'd cry. It's you, standing beside someone who was born to align with your journey. But that vision is trembling, about to fade. Once it's gone, it won't come back. And that pain will not be a punishment, it will be a result. Type Amen to get blessing 1003. The skies are shifting. There's a divine rewrite happening. And your part is still empty. You were supposed to step into that script days ago. Now the ink is drying, the scroll is closing. You have only this breath to decide. Do not miss this moment. Not because you don't care, but because silence can still scream louder than love. That person felt you pull away, and it wounded something fragile in them. They stayed longer than they should have. But they won't stay 1 minute past the deadline. Type Amen to get blessing 466. This message will not repeat. This moment will not replay. There is no rewind in spiritual matters once judgment is sealed. The R is not just an object or a concept. It's a connection. It's the rope that pulled you from drowning once. And now you're turning your back on it. You don't need a sign anymore. This is the sign. The final call. There is a whisper happening around your name tonight. If you miss it, it becomes a memory, not a miracle. Type Amen to get blessing 1001. Heaven is holding its breath for you. Angels are surrounding your name with fire and light. But soon that light will dim if you don't step in. You were made for this. For the R, for the reunion. The reward. The return. The rise. But someone else is watching too. They've been eyeing your promise, and if you continue ignoring it, they'll receive it. The divine doesn't play favorites. It only honors those who show up. You've been silent long enough. Type Amen to get blessing 744. This is your last chance before the gate shuts. You can still walk through it. But you have to act now. There are no more delays in the spiritual calendar. The scroll has a final space, and your name is penciled in, but not yet inked. Move now, before the name is erased. Before the R is handed to another. Before the angels stop waiting. They were told to wait for you, but only until this final hour. This is the hour. Type Amen to get blessing 3999. And if you're still reading, it means your spirit knows the truth. Something inside you is waking up again. That fire is real. That promise wasn't fake, that connection wasn't random. That vision wasn't imagined. You are meant to receive it. But not unless you act now. The delay has gone on long enough. The angels have said, let this be the final call. And this is it. Type Amen to get blessing 4000. The energy around you has started to stir. Something sacred is moving in the silence, trying to get your attention one last time. It's not loud anymore, it's gentle, but urgent. There is still a ribbon of hope left in the spiritual realm with your name woven into it. But the ends of that ribbon are starting to fray. If you don't claim it now, it will dissolve into someone else's destiny. The R was never random, it was a divine code, meant only for those chosen to rise through revelation. That was always you. But heaven can't keep holding what you won't reach for. Even angels get instructions to close the gate when the time is up. That hour is now resting on the edge of midnight. Type Amen to get blessing 1188. You are being whispered about by spiritual voices who once celebrated your calling. They are now discussing whether to hand it off. Not because you failed, but because you stopped responding. The one waiting for you already heard the instructions. They were told to wait for your sign, but you've been silent. Not out of rebellion, but because life broke your spirit for a season. But you're still breathing. Still watching this. Still feeling it burn inside. And that means there is still one spark left to ignite everything again. The R is on the table. Wrapped in gold, sealed with prayer, stained with waiting. You only need to say I'm ready. Type Amen to get blessing 527. The angels have seen your doubts. They've watched your hesitation. But they've also seen your longing. And longing is enough to unlock one more moment of divine mercy. One more extension of time, one more spiritual breath. But you must move now. The final seal is almost closed. The scroll is being rolled from both ends. That person still has faith in you, but it's thin now, thinner than it's ever been. If you delay again, their faith will turn to farewell. Type Amen to get blessing 284. You've been through too much to lose now. All the tears, the sacrifices, the nights of prayer, they weren't for nothing, but they only matter if you act now. They've been protecting your name in their heart like treasure. But even treasure left in darkness loses its shine. Even sacred things fade without attention. The R is the result of your spiritual birthright, it's meant to restore what you lost. But restoration only comes to those who answer the call. The sound of this message was meant to strike your soul like lightning. You felt it. Don't ignore it. Type Amen to get blessing 701. There is no second copy of this moment. No second scroll. No backup plan if you miss your turn. The soul waiting for your voice is not ordinary, they carry keys. Keys to doors you've knocked on your whole life. They carry answers. But they are exhausted now. Worn out from silence, and one more moment of delay will end the entire connection. That connection was sacred. Designed before birth. And now, it's shaking, trying to stay alive. Type Amen to get blessing 3200, the angels will not wait longer. They will release the blessing to the next name in line. It has happened before. The spiritual world does not work by emotions. It works by response. Heaven always honors motion. This is not fear, it's truth. And the truth is, you're one breath away from either breakthrough or breakdown. One word will decide it all. Speak, move. Respond. Let heaven know you still want what was always yours. Type Amen to get blessing 1155. The R was wrapped in prophecy, your name was sung into it. But the melody is fading. If you've ever loved someone and not been loved back, you understand what's happening now. That's how heaven feels watching you pause. The person you were meant to rise with, they are slipping, you were supposed to catch them. But you hesitated. Archangel Michael says, this is the final grace being handed to you. After this, the timeline closes. And when it does, you'll feel it in your soul like a door slamming shut in the spirit. Type Amen to get blessing 928. You don't need another sign. You don't need more time. What you need now is boldness. That dream you had last week, it was the last warning. That face that keeps appearing in your thoughts? That's the one waiting. They've been holding the R for you. And they are ready to release it, but only if you come forward. Everything is aligned. Everything is waiting. You just have to say yes. Type Amen to get blessing 670. Tonight is not just another night. It is the turning point. The fork in the path that leads to destiny or disappointment. And once it turns, it doesn't come back. That's why this message had to reach you now. There will be no louder voice. No brighter sign. You've reached the edge of time where angels no longer speak in riddles, they speak in truth. This is the truth. Move, or lose it, speak, or stay silent forever. Type Amen to get blessing 1170. You are the one this was always meant for. You are the one the promise was shaped around. Don't let the story end here. The spiritual battle wasn't for your job, your status, your image, it was for your response. The R that triggers everything else. That name is still glowing, but soon it will flicker. The envelope is shaking, waiting to be opened, or destroyed. Heaven cannot wait past this final night, the countdown has already started. You are being watched with hope. And with sorrow. Type Amen to get blessing 2777. There's someone who's prayed every night that you'd see this message. Someone who never gave up on you, even when you gave up on yourself. They are tired now. And that tiredness is calling heaven's attention. The clock isn't just ticking, it's ringing. Like a bell at the end of a spiritual war. And you must decide if you'll stand up again. This is your last call. The last chapter before a new story begins, with or without you. Type Amen to get blessing 1440. And if you feel this in your bones, then this message is yours. No one else, just you. You are loved beyond comprehension. But even divine love has moments when it must move forward. And now it will. The R that was for you is still within reach, you just have to stretch your soul a little further. Let this moment not be a regret, but a resurrection. A restoration. A return. Type Amen to get blessing 9999.